The sky was thick with smoke. Explosions rattled the earth. Once again, Earth was under siege. 10 brutal years had passed since the alien war began. The attackers came from a galaxy no one could identify. They were tall, quick, and filled with rage. Their ships blocked out the sun like a storm. Cities burned, families fled, soldiers fought and fell every single day. In a shattered city, a squad of soldiers crept through debris. All contact with command was gone. The buildings loomed, like bones broken and still. "Stay alert," said Commander Rigg. His tone was low, controlled. They moved with caution, weapons aimed. Every sound might spell danger. Then they heard it. A sound. A faint cry. Soft. Weak. Private Lane halted. "Did you hear that?" "No chance," muttered another. "Not out here." The cry came again. "Check it," Rigg ordered, raising a hand. The squad followed him into a partly collapsed building. Dust danced in the air. Broken furniture lay scattered. In the corner, something stirred. Something small, bundled in a filthy blanket. Nestled in the rubble was a baby, less than a year old. Tiny, yet alive. Her eyes stared wide, glowing a strange blue. Not normal blue, but sharper, like the sky. Just before a lightning strike, the squad froze. "Could be a trap," someone muttered. Rigg approached carefully. He scanned for bombs, for devices, anything. Nothing. Just the baby. "Who leaves a kid here?" Lane whispered. "Aliens don't take hostages," another said. Rigg knelt and lifted the child. She didn't cry. She stared at him, silent, calm. "She's not afraid," he said softly. "She's observing." No one knew what to say. This wasn't protocol. No orders covered this. "Leave her," someone finally offered. "We can't protect a baby out here." "No," Rigg said sharply. "She's coming. Risk or not, she's with me." "We move in 5. They returned after 2 days. The child never cried. She barely slept. She just watched, quiet, unblinking. But not everyone admired her. One young officer, Captain Vin, hated her. "She's a weapon," he told the base commander, "and one day weapons turn on their makers." He wasn't wrong to be afraid, because there was one thing she never told anyone. Every night, X-09 had the same dream, a dream of fire, of aliens looming above her, of soldiers dying around her, her small hands soaked in blood. Sometimes she saw her own face, older, colder, alone. She always woke up sweating. She never told Rake, never told anyone. Then one evening, the AI system was rebuilt, stronger, faster. It now included alien logic trees, reactive simulation code, and advanced psychological triggers. "Let's see what she does now," one of the generals muttered. They put her in. The AI went full power. Every trick, every fake-out, every counter-strike for 7 long minutes. Nothing could touch her. She vaulted onto a tower, spun in midair, fired twice, and shut down the last drone. Victory. This time, the simulator didn't crash. It just displayed Neyuhai Estori X09. As she stepped out, a group of young soldiers stood watching. One saluted, then another, soon all of them. She didn't smile, just nodded, and walked past. No one knew where she came from. No one could match her. Not even the computers built to train the best. The military called her a prodigy. The engineers called her a ghost. But the soldiers called her something else. Hope. Because in a world where aliens ruled the skies, she might be the only one who could change the war. And the aliens still had no idea. They said she was ready. So they sent her on her first alien contact mission. But what she did was not in the plan. She was 9. Most kids played games, went to school, not X-09. She trained harder than elite soldiers. Crushed machines designed to shatter minds. Now Earth was ready to test her outside the base, her first real mission. No simulation, no reset button, no backup. In space, a small alien species known as the Drain had requested peace talks. They weren't. Part of the main invasion. Not powerful, but clever. Dangerous if ignored. "We want you on the team," Commander Rigg told her. X-09 looked up. "Why?" "You see things others miss." She didn't smile. Just said, "When do we leave?" The ship left Earth's orbit and entered Drain territory. X-09 sat still the entire flight. She read every file, learned the Drain language in 3 days, practiced their gestures, memorized their politics. The rest of the team was led by Captain Vin. He didn't trust her. "She's just a kid," he whispered to another soldier. "A weapon, not a diplomat." But orders were orders. They arrived at the Drain's moon station. Cold, dark, silent. The aliens greeted them with smiles, too many smiles. Something felt wrong. They were led to a silver chamber. Smooth walls, strange lights. "We thank Earth for coming," said the Drain leader. "Let us begin peace." X-09's eyes scanned everything. Doorways, guard placements, exits. No children, no elders, only warriors. She tilted her head. "Why are there weapons in a peace room?" The Drain leader blinked. "What weapons?" she pointed. "Behind that panel." The team looked confused. Captain Vin stepped close. "X-09, this is not your place." But it was too late. She drew her sidearm. "Get down!" An explosion rocked the room. Drain guards pulled hidden blasters. Earth's team scattered, but X-09 was already moving. She tackled the lead Drain, took his weapon, and fired. 2 shots. 2 targets down, cleared the front line. Captain Vin just stared. She knew." X-09 didn't answer. She had already moved to the hall, gunning down 2 more before they could raise alarms. Outside, alien ships appeared but didn't attack. She hacked into their comms using a wrist device she'd built herself. Her voice echoed in their language. "Betrayal ends now. Your leaders lie. I am not from Earth. I am from war." The Drain soldiers froze. Some dropped their weapons. 12 minutes later, it was over. No Earth soldiers died. Back on the ship, Captain Vin exploded. "You disobeyed." "Orders! You started a war!" X-09 stared at him. "I ended an ambush." "You don't get to decide that." She held up a small device. "They were jamming our sensors. You didn't see it." "I did." Silence. Commander Rigg stepped in. "Stand down, Vin. She saved your life." But not everyone agreed. Back on Earth, the generals were furious. "She acted without permission," one barked. "She followed instinct," Rigg said. "She's unstable." "A child playing God?" "No," Rigg replied. "She's a soldier built by war, and we'd better start listening." In her room, X-09 sat alone. She stared at the cracked helmet of the Drain leader. She didn't feel proud. She didn't feel scared. She just felt cold. "Next time," she whispered, "I won't wait for permission." She was changing, faster than Earth expected, far faster than the aliens could handle. They trained her for war, trusted her with peace, but when peace proved false, she pulled the trigger first. Everyone thought she made a mistake until they realized she saved their lives. At just 9 years old, X-09 was no longer a secret. She was Earth's sharpest blade, and now the galaxy would learn that she never missed. Her body ached with phantom pain, but her mind remained sharp. Beneath the shattered remains of her helmet, one eye flickered with a strange golden hue. She crawled from the crater, torn synth flesh knitting slowly, as if her own biology had gone into shock. Around her, scorched metal groaned, and the wind carried ash like snowfall. She wasn't supposed to survive this. Not a single soldier did. X-09 rose. The structure behind her had been obliterated, an alien spire that had pulsed with a rhythm not unlike a heartbeat. It was silent now, fractured, leaking blue-white energy into the dust-choked air. Her mission had been to destroy it. That had happened. But no one had told her what it really was, or why it had whispered her name before detonation. From her shredded gauntlet, she extracted a blackened fragment, a curved shard of obsidian-like alloy. It vibrated faintly in her palm. Not technology. Not alive. Something in between. The memory of the spire's voice still echoed in her skull. Not words exactly, but intent. Welcome back, child of synthesis. A sudden silence fell over the field. Not absence of sound, but the wrong kind of quiet. No birds, no breeze, just her breath, ragged and too loud. X-09 turned sharply. Something was watching. A shape emerged from the smoke. Tall, humanoid, yet wrong. Its silhouette shimmered like it didn't quite belong in this reality. She aimed her arm. No weapon. The systems were dead. Her muscles tensed, preparing for a final stand she knew she couldn't win. The figure stepped forward, light, bending around it unnaturally. It bore no face, just a mirrored surface, reflecting her broken image back at herself. "You are not complete," the thing said, not aloud, but inside her mind. Its voice was dry static, each word tearing across her neural lattice like sandpaper. "The vault remembers. The threshold opens. Return." X-09 staggered backward, clutching the shard. It pulsed once, then dimmed. Her breath caught. "Return where?" she whispered. But the entity was already fading, unraveling like smoke in windless air. In its place, only the ash and ruin remained. She dropped to her knees, eyes wide. The command center would want a report. Earth would demand answers. But she didn't even have the questions. In her HUD, barely flickering, a new symbol appeared. Not Earth's, not the Union's. A circle split by an inverted triangle, glowing faint gold. It pulsed once, then again, and then her systems rebooted. Not with standard Earth code, but something older, something that greeted her.